Hello everybody, back here again for vlog a day. Today is Monday the 2nd, also known as Libra Day. And today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning quite a bit earlier than I wanted to, but wasn't in the world. Two of the dogs I'm watching, both the owners want them to sleep in crates at night. So we do that and they seem to be perfectly happy, including the fact that one of them, the old blue tick, who's like 13 now, and she slept in a crate her whole life, often will like go rattle the crate if I'm up too late, like let me go to bed is what cracks me up. So she's trying to put herself to bed in the crate if I'm awake too late. So she's definitely enjoys that part, gives that little bit of little cave feeling type thing. So I got up, got the dog out that was in the bedroom with us, got the other two out of the crate outside, went and got the one in the bedroom, or the office, sorry, that is not friendly with their dogs. And basically from there was able to let her in the bedroom with my wife for a little bit, brought the other dogs back in, got the non-friendly one outside again, and then basically just rotated throughout the day. That's pretty much what my day is, but it's one of those things that works. I went ahead and left the non-friendly one outside for a little bit today, a little longer in the morning. Normally I get her out, let her to the bathroom, get her right back in, but I decided to leave her out a little bit longer today and left her outside while I jumped in the hot tub for a few minutes. Got out of the hot tub, was getting a few of the dogs fed and around and all that stuff. My wife texted and said she was up, so that way I could start feeding the dogs. And when I feed them, I separate them out in different parts of the house and stuff, and tend to sometimes make a little more noise and don't want to wake my wife until she's already up on her own. So sometimes the dogs get later breakfast than normal, but it's all good. She got up pretty early this morning, so got that done. Got the dogs fed, got keep them separated, rotating through, just like I do when I have this going on. My wife decided she wanted to take her father out for a little drive. I think she was gonna do it yesterday and didn't, and decided she's gonna do it today. So I'm like, cool. So they also then told me she's gonna take him out for breakfast. I'm like, hey, whatever has fun. So I had a little bit of the leftover pizza that was not very good, super thick, like this weird pan dish fucking thing. Is crazy, deep dish pizza, whatever, but it was better out of the microwave because the way I start off upside down, I heated it's the whole thing, but the crust softened up a smidgen, so I actually could cut it with a fork, so it worked out pretty good though. So I went ahead, she went ahead and reached out to her dad. I said, is he even up? She goes, oh yeah, he's definitely up. I'm like, no, he's not, I guarantee it. She called over and he's like, well, I said, are you guys leaving? She goes, no, he's still got to get ready and stuff. He was in bed still. I'm like, see, told you. She goes, well, he was up. I'm like, no, because the phone rang, he was awake. Yeah, when he answered the phone, he's awake. But 3 minutes before that, he was not awake. But so we laughed and joked about that. So he got up, they took off, went ahead, went running around a little bit, and basically just drove south of us on one. You can head down, and it's kind of a scenic little drive. It's not the most beautiful place in the world, but it's got some cool little spots and stuff. They put the top down, they headed down, stopped off a little place for breakfast, and my wife was afraid it was going to rain while she was inside for breakfast and not noticed them out the window. So she put the top up again real quick, which is fine. Left out of there, she put the top back down, and then they headed on down. They went south quite a ways through, then came back over, and there's a real scenic 2-lane road down here called 415 that they came back up through and had just a great time. Right here just looking at things and just enjoying the drive best they could and all that good fun stuff. So, but yeah, they went ahead and got that done. On the way back, started to rain on them, so she pulled over and put the top up. Luckily top went up, because sometimes it doesn't, so had that little bit of nervous thing, but the top went up just fine. It's all good to go. So they got back here to the house and basically got him dropped off at his place, and he came over to the house, and we were just chatting and talking a little bit and talking about how she enjoyed the drive, how she's still enjoying the car, which is the only thing that really matters, is whether or not she's enjoying that car. So the fact that top's messing up, it's super annoying to the point that it's not broken, it just acts up at times. So with it being an act up at times thing, it's super difficult to fix. If it was just broke, I pay the money and just fix it. But when it acts up, you don't know what's broke. So I could take it to a shop or even order parts and try to do it myself, whatever. I replace things, pay the people a whole bunch of money. One of the guys said, I talked to online, he paid $1,500 to replace the little micro switches, which I replaced all 9. And my thought is, did you replace all 9 because they convinced you that one was bad, the other 8 probably are too? Or do they replace all 9 because they don't know if that actually was causing problems? I've never heard of 9 micro switches, little safety catches, all going out at once. But maybe they only sell them in a kit. I don't know. So that was $1,500. Another guy quoted me. He got $4,500 to redo the pump or some junk, blah blah. And it's between $1,500 and $4,500 is what I keep seeing for quotes. And I'll pay either one of those if I know what they do is fixing it. If somebody said, "Hey, give me $4,500 and we'll fix your top," and I'll guarantee it not to recreate this scenario for a year, I'd happily do that, because then I don't have to do it for a year. So, and I know this problem with it is I could pay $1,500 to replace all the micro switches, then find out it's actually the little DC motor or something that's bad instead, or replace the motor and find out the DC switches. So yeah, it's just who the hell knows. So it's kind of one of those things that you really don't know when it keeps acting up in and out. You don't know what to replace. So it is what it is. But the car got back home, put top up, on the way back, drove in perfectly fine. Everything was good to go, and that's what matters. So, but yeah, she hung out there. Once she was home, rotated the dogs in and out a couple more times, and then said, "Hey, feel like watching the movie?" She said, "Yeah, why not?" So I said, "I didn't know, because you lay down a lot of times to take a nap, and you have trouble sleeping at night." She goes, "No, I'll be fine. I'll just stay awake." I'm like, "Okay, we'll see." So we laid down, and usually I'm the one who falls asleep during movies, but I'm like, what the hell, we'll see what happens here. So ended up putting on a movie called Dumb Money. It was about the GameStop squeeze in the stock market here a few years ago, and I'd never actually seen. They made a few different movies about it, and a lot of YouTube stuff about it, and blah blah. But this was, I think, the biggest budget movie about it. So chucked that in there, and then I ironically stayed awake the whole time because I found it rather fascinating, actually. But she was zonked out, snoring like crazy. So yeah, that was a good one. But so we did that, got up, had a couple of things to take care of, rotate the dogs in and out again, and then went and got my run in, came back home, figured out some dinner, knocked herself out a nice little meal, watched some Young Sheldon together, and then I headed back outside, played with the dogs and stuff, had myself a good evening, had a nice cigar, and again just rotated dogs throughout the night. So one of the dogs was supposed to go home, and the owner had reached out and said they wanted to pick him up the next day instead, and I'm like, absolutely, not a problem. So I got all the dogs here overnight still, so it's all good. But yeah, that's pretty much all we got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.